game, and it was Team Moon that did come out on top. If you guys in the chat can make sure I'm using the right microphone, I would appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Shen, interesting. Shen in the top lane. That would be curious. If it was a Shen top lane, it could be a Shen support. They did change it, but it's going to be the Poppy lock-in against a Sejuani first pick. A Sejuani first pick is very telling. It's very much like that in Mumu, which we did see Clumsy run quite a few times. As part of that solo queue sister Triforce I was talking about, of the Lux, the Leona, and the Amumu. We're going to see a Caitlyn Hubbard here. We did see Female Jesus play that Amumu a bunch before as well. That was kind of the thing that was really dictating the flow of the games. Tony, I'm not sure if I have the right headset on based on this. Which one's which? I can't tell.
Can the stream not hear you? What's going on?
Stream can hear you. I just don't know if I have the right, because like, I don't know.
Well, test.
Here?
I can hear you talking into that one when I turn this up.
Okay.
No. So then I'm in the right headset? Okay. Great. Yeah, it was going on both. It was, yeah, okay, cool. All right. I guess there's a delay on stream a little bit, guys, so. Oh, that's why, yeah. You guys are 2 minutes behind me. Okay, we're all Gucci. We are all Gucci. Thank you very much, chat. So, the Shen actually on the flip side. Hello, what is this? The Braum gets picked up, so it's going to be Braum, Caitlyn in the bottom lane. The Shen was Hubbard. Maybe there was something I missed in a previous game or something. But the Janus also picked up for the first time in this tournament as well. The Vi was picked last game and just took them to victory. It was really good later on in the game. Not so much early, but later on it was definitely a strong pick in these team fights. And potentially the Vayne with the double shield and the protection from Poppy. Looks like they're putting a lot of weight into their AD carry, who was the person who carried the game last time actually on that Jhin, Pink Rambo. She's been a superstar all tournament long. Superstar, excuse me. And Azira as well placed in on the mid lane. So a lot of AoE damage coming out from this blue team. Of course, Team Jupiter, they are committing to that Sejuani ultimate, followed up by maybe, you know, a taunt from Shen and a Azira ultimate. But they're playing that into a Janus, so they've got to be very careful. And they're also playing it into a Poppy and a Vi who displaces a lot of people. If you know, can send the Vi ultimate as the Sejuani ultimate is coming out, you will actually continue your Vi ultimate through the CC of the Sejuani ultimate. So there's a lot of displacement on both teams and a lot of CC. So we are about to jump into the 3-minute countdown, and I'll show you guys what I look like so you can realize just how lonely it is here at Solo Queue Sisters. I think I'm the only guy left here who's like not like, you know, the boyfriend of one of the girls in the tournament or something like that, or like an organizer. Like they're all out there, and I'm just stuck here by myself. I had my friend Caster Crepe, but he peaced out. So it's gonna be just me. It's gonna be just me. And my name is Musky Bad, and I am going to be breaking down the finals for you solo, e-mono. And it's going to be good. This is Solo Queue Sisters. So just to break it down for you guys, to put you in the right mind frame, this is an all-female tournament. We've done all solo queue tournaments in the past. So basically the style of the solo queue tournament is something that's really cool. Basically, we take people from all different brackets and elos, and we put them in together on one team. We calculate what their MMR is, and we balance the teams as best we can. The difference is this time we've had it with all girls, and they've actually come out of the gate killing it, pretty much performing better than any of the other teams that I've seen in the history of solo queue heroes or solo queue legends or anything like that. These guys, these girls have been playing phenomenally. They play so well as teams. The only complaint I have is that their games do tend to go a little bit long, but they are just strong players all the way around, and very strong team players as well. And I do think that we have broken it down to the two best teams in the tournament. It's Team Jupiter taking on Team Moon. it's going to be a good game. It's definitely going to be a good series. So let's hop back into the champion select so we can take a look at what these characters are, team selects are going to look like. There's a few new champions this time around. Quite a few, actually, for Team Jupiter especially. It's going to be the Zyra, which is something we have not seen this tournament. It's going to be Zyra mid. We've got Shen as well, which is something we have not really been expecting even to come out of the tournament. Braum and the Caitlyn are pretty standard. We've seen that all the way through. Shyvana replacing Female Jesus as the jungler. Female Jesus is now 80 carry. She was jungling Amumu earlier. So they've swapped it up. And I do know for a fact that Female Jesus regularly plays 80 carry in solo queue. So maybe within the comfort zone, maybe a winning pick. We will have to see. On the flip side, iGirl had a very tough time the previous game as the Poppy. She got beat pretty damn hard by an Amumu, or not an Amumu, sorry, a Teemo in lane. And it wasn't to say that she played the lane poorly. She just got camped, and the Amumu, or frick, the Teemo ran Ignite against the Poppy and was just able to punish her, slowly building that lead up to her being really the hard carry of that team. But we're also pulling out the Janna for the first time and the Vayne for the first time. The Orianna was played by Chocoberry, and Chocoberry was definitely the MVP of the last series. She found some insane picks with her ultimate to just 100-0 people, 100-0ing Luxes from the mid lane, just removing 15,000 gold from the map like that, and did a fantastic job doing so. So I'm really excited to see this Orianna again, but I think it's going to come down to that Vayne being a talent as well. She did a great job on that Jhin. She's done a great job on the Sivir in the past. And right now it's boiling down to do or die. And I might be joined by my boy Zate. What's up, homie? It's not going to be forever alone anymore. We're not on camera. This is live right here, and this is the not live. I think we got about 50 viewers or something like that. We did have 50 viewers earlier. Down to 20. Rip in peace. Share stream, team.
Wait, is the mic's on the right side? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'd like to welcome my good friend Zot to the stream.
All right, it's your boy. You already know.
How you doing, homie? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Pretty hype tournament, actually.
What's the atmosphere like out there?
The atmosphere is really high. Like there's like a lot of like great Lux players, great Amumu players.
Yep.
They're really proficient at the champion.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a switch up here. We don't see either of those champions. We do see a lot of Orianna today.
Just to point this out, I know you're friends with Female Jesus. She was playing Amumu all day. Is now playing 80 carry. Swapped it up with Serena.
Mm-hmm.
I think Serena was playing mid before, and they've just completely swapped it all the way around. Doki was the 80 carry before, so they've swapped everything around. What do you think? You got faith in your girl?
My girl? I wouldn't say that.
That she's your girl, or that you got faith?
I think this is
putting you on the spot.
I know Female Jesus is actually a really good Caitlyn player. That's actually their main role. She's kind of like forced into playing jungle this tournament. But like these other players play like one champion in the other roles, and like I don't know. I just really impressed by her Caitlyn. Her Caitlyn is definitely like way higher rank than like what she actually is. She plays at a plat level. I think she's silver 1 right now.
Cool.
So
look at us, we're matching, dude, in our white collared shirts.
Damn right.
Fresh AF. What's good? You know how it is. When you come to an all-female solo queue tournament, you gotta
looking fresh to death.
You gotta step it up.
Yeah, Caitlyn. I think blue team's bot lane definitely beats red team's bot lane. The thing is, in terms of teleports, Poppy will stop.
The pod's gonna be wild because the computer restarted.
Okay, we got a computer restart. I don't mind.
So yeah, I think Poppy was a really good pick here. I know iGirl mains Poppy. It's her favorite champion. She looks just like Poppy IRL. She's okay. Anyways, but yeah, it stops the Shen taunt. It stops the Braum, like stand by me or something like that, and it stops the Caitlyn dash away. So she just has to like flash into their team and just activate W, and they lose so much of their pressure. So Joanny can't even engage with her Q anymore either. So yeah.
Now, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but straight up, no BS. I think that the teams that I've seen today have been playing equally, if not better, than some of the really good teams that we've seen in solo queue hero tournaments in the past. Like straight up, they just play really good as a team.
A lot of these girls have been friends for quite a while. Actually, they just got like I know Team Mars has 4 of them are friends with each other before, and they just got matched like today. But yeah, so the thing is about blue team is that if Caitlyn falls behind, I'm scared that they won't have any damage. Like Vi is a tank shredder, and there's 3 tanks on blue team. You know, there's like.
Well, tell me about the Zyra, because I know you are a mid player, and Zyra obviously has been changed recently, and she was permabanned for a bit, and she does a lot of damage. Always has done a lot of damage. Do you think she's gonna be?
It depends if red team fights on where Zyra has a lot of her plants already. If the fight just keeps moving, if it's not like really a stationary fight, like you have a lot of people that move around really quickly, especially with Janna. You know, like there's gonna be a lot of chasing, dancing, especially with Vayne. You know, like she's the dancing AD carry. She's gonna dance around all your tanks. Yeah, so I think it just depends on wherever they decide to fight. If like Zyra definitely will win in these choke points. Just up to red team to not fight in those areas.
If they get that Sejuani ultimate off and then double it up with the Zyra ulti,
that would be huge.
It'd be spicy. Speaking of dancing AD carries, do you want to hear my pickup line that I've been working on today?
Let's hear it.
I was gonna say, hey baby, you wanna go have a dance, or like you want to dance with me? And they'd be like, sure. Like, you want like tango? And I'd be like, no, baby, let's Baron dance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that would work on me. I'll tell you that much.
I've been studying the names a lot in this tournament because I've been trying to pick out, you know, like a pattern or something like that, so I can notice, you know, what girl summoner names look like, so I can know, you know what I mean? So I can, you know, like try and camp their lane or something like that, try and show off a little bit.
So pick up, not pick out, then.
Yes, exactly. Just pick out. Just pick out so I know who. In my day-to-day play, what a girl summoner name looks like. Do you know any of these people?
Yeah, I'm friends with Female Jesus and iGirl. I think that's it. All these other people I've only heard of for the first time.
I'm a big fan of Pink Rambo. She's been killing it this tournament.
I know Chocobear has been playing a lot of Lux and Orianna.
Yeah.
She plays a lot of the, how do I say this, like the supportive type of mid laners.
Yeah. Like the control mages.
Exactly. Looks like they're going like super. Like she was either gonna play Orianna or Lulu. I feel like this tournament. They got a lot of shields for Vayne, so I feel like a lot of this game weighs on to the Vayne's shoulders.
She was the reason that they won the last game. She found like single target Orianna ults on Lux's to like catch her out to be the thing to move the game forward. Like it was 45 minutes, 50 minutes into the game, and the only way they were able to actually get anything done was by Chocoberry finding those catches with the Orianna ult. So definitely think that's an MVP player, and that's definitely the person to put one of your carries on. All right, here we go. 10 seconds into the game. I just finished an hour-long game, so I'm hoping that this is not quite the same. That's the one thing that I really did have a problem with, was that the game just went so damn long. It was a good game, but it went a long time.
Looks like Sejuani is not buying potions. Oh, okay, she is, but she's not going to go for the pot that gives you the stats.
The refillable potion.
Yeah, the refillable potion, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good item, man. That's a very good item, and I think that might actually be a mistake, because Sejuani is one of those people that does take a beating in the jungle. The refillable potion gives you less healing in the first rotation,
and it's upgradable too.
But when you upgrade it, it becomes super worth the bang for the buck. Yeah. Looks like we're gonna see standard lanes. This is the first time we've seen Shen come out. It's also the first time we've seen the Vayne come out. And something that I'm kind of a little bit worried about is the Vi pick in the jungle, because it was very unimpactful in the previous game. For the first, 30, 35 minutes, she farmed fine, she did everything like that, but she didn't find any ganks. And like with a Vi, you're always looking into mid lane to look at that 2v2, because it's so easy to set up a kill. Especially on somebody like, a Zyra, who's a mobile. When you've got an Ori, put the ball on the Vi, it's just so easy to execute.
It's a really good wombo combo. Vi just ults whoever the target is, and then Orianna can just follow up with the ultimate afterwards, so they just get like knocked up for 2 times. the time.
Yeah, so I'm looking to see Vi really step it up this game and bring some more impact to her team.
Vi and Oriana, yeah, they definitely win the 2v2 matchup. They could just honestly insta-give the Zyra, and then it's just Vi and Oriana versus the Sejuani. And she's just going to get, like, kited by Oriana.
Yeah. Yeah, they lost, what was it? I think it was a Mumu Lux versus Oriana Vi last game. A Mumu Lux won, which was kind of peculiar. So.
Ooh, got the Grass of the Undying off on the Poppy. A lot of the matchups at top lane is mostly just bluffing, like over-aggression, and then just making the enemy think that you know your champion really well, and then they just back off because they think that like you're amazing at this champion or something.
Is that how you?
That's how I play top lane,
yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can beat you because I'm like let's say I'm a one-trick Darius.
Yeah, for sure. Did you notice? Look at that. It's a thunder stick. The Shen sword. It's pretty funny.
A thunder stick?
Yeah, like you know those thunder sticks that you clap in the crowd.
Oh, I see.
And they light up. Yeah.
I didn't know they did that for the new skin.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
All right, pretty standard. These lanes go pretty damn slow. I'm warning you now. They don't do a whole lot of ganking. There's a lot of like trading and fighting and stuff like that, but very rarely is there anything actually happening.
That's a really good trade on for the Shen.
Huge minion wave.
Got the taunt with the siege minion too, getting all that burst on the Poppy there.
The siege minion burst, get wrecked.
It's like every one of those caster minions hits like 10 damage, so you're taking like this basically doubled Shen's attack speed because like Shen probably has like 70 AD and there were 7 minions in there. Ooh, another really bad trade. Might go for the flash kill actually.
That's it.
Yep.
First blood.
I'm telling you, those minions, man.
Spicy.
Yeah. Caitlyn playing this lane out correctly, pushing the Vayne in. It's really hard for Vayne to CS under the tower. Yeah,
that's a good point. Caitlyn, classic counter to Vayne, obviously. An extra like 200 range on those auto attacks, basically. And with the new traps, it makes it even worse.
Yeah. Also, Vayne should never be able to split against Caitlyn unless Caitlyn's like not at her tower anymore. But like, Caitlyn can just has really good wave clear too.
Yeah, have you ever seen the Mind of a Vayne video?
I don't think I have. You might have to refresh my memory there.
It's a YouTube video where it's like you see this Vayne and she's like getting ready to fight at her inhibitor, and it like shows you like a flashback to like double lift, you know, making like Vayne.
I have seen. Okay, I have seen
and,
the
like,
video.
You know what I mean? Like 1v5 Vayne stuff, like outplaying LCS, you know, double lift. Who else is a sick Vayne player? I guess like Wild Turtle, stuff like that. Imp, yeah. And then you flash back to your Vayne, and she like tumbles into a stun and dies. Yeah. I'm hoping that
she's like,
happen.
"Where's my team?"
Yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But Pink Rambo, like, actually, like, damn, like,
I mean,
look at this chick play. Like, she's doing pretty damn nice. She's only like silver something. Yeah.
She can. I mean, she has a ton of peel this game. Like, if Poppy just sits on if Poppy can like sit on the Vayne so that Shen can never taunt her, or actually, I think it'd be wiser for Poppy to go on the enemy there. Oh yeah, you can't beat Shen in the trade if Shen has his shroud up. Oh, here we go. Here's that burst. Let's go.
Oh, look at that.
The
it
chunk.
Looks like she's almost maxing W second. That was a huge amount of damage. The red buff is ticking, but I don't think they're going to chase it. I'm actually really curious if she's maxing W second.
I actually think if the Vi flashed and got the third auto off of her W's passive, she would have definitely got that kill. Yeah. It's like you can't flash out of like a flash auto. It's going to go off before you can react to that.
Not if you're me. I always flash.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen some of your flashes.
Whatever, bro. That's only when I'm flashing forward. When I'm flashing after like getting flashed on, they never hit. Don't worry.
All right. It's probably because of the new ping change that we got.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, dude.
Let's see.
So we're coming up to 6 minutes in the game, and we're about to hit the ultimates. We've got Shen ulti in the top lane. Maybe we can see some sort of play bottom lane with like a Sejuani into the Shen ulti.
There's no way like just the bot lane without the Sejuani for blue team can ever engage on red team, especially with Janna ult. But if Sejuani gets the ult off first, and then like gets pushed back behind them, they'd probably be able to get something out of this. Really smart for Zyra to be fighting around the most condensed part of mid lane, which is between the two altars. So you have like, you narrow the areas that Oriana is safe to CS in. But it's not to say that Oriana doesn't have some pressure herself. She could put the ball like around where Zyra could safely CS. Ooh,
Again,
these
trades
trades
in the
are
top lane. Yeah,
deadly
he's,
now.
He's got the level 6 advantage too, so Shen, you know, not somebody you kind of expect to just dominate a Poppy like that. Poppy's such a good 1v1 champion.
Yeah.
You see a lot of mistakes coming out from my girl actually here. You notice how you mentioned before that Shen should never really be able to get the taunt off. My girl not having the reaction speed to cancel that taunt with the W.
Yeah,
See?
she
Coming
should
late.
be definitely popping the W the second you see him dashing towards you. Let's see. Oh, they could definitely get this. They both have their ultimates.
Yep, here we go. Coming
the
in, the
burst.
ultimate comes out. This is a 2v2 here. Good job by Sarazio to not get a little bit too overconfident. She will back out. Good attempt. Oh my goodness, Alpha. Obviously the alpha player in this team.
Doesn't afraid of anything. Looks like iGirl actually has the poor man's chain vest right now. It's just, she just basically has like, yeah, she's an item
Otherwise
behind
known
technically.
as the cloth armor.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Vi is super out farming the Shen though. That's the thing there. Same with the mid lane, but at bot lane, it's to be expected that Caitlyn would out farm the Vayne. But later on, Vayne could just free farm. She just hits 2 items, and the mid game power spike is insane, especially with her W changes now. And they got 3 tanks on blue team.
you know, I think if the Shen continues to get huge, she needs to get a little bit more CS, but if she gets huge, then she could really just take this Vayne out of the game for a large portion, unless it goes like late. But you also got to realize that there's the Braum, right? The Braum can stop the Ori ball. So if they just have the Shen running and then put the Braum in between everyone else and the Shen, it's going to be really hard to team fight against it.
Looks like Caitlyn has been using all of her mana just pushing the Vayne. Now Caitlyn has no more mana, so I don't even know if they can gank Red's bot lane anymore.
I used to actually take like 2 or 3 mana regen runes on Caitlyn, like back on the old Masteries with the like I think it was like 3 mana regen in the utility tree.
Wow.
Oh,
the burst coming in? Okay, just to scare her off a little bit. Get her, let the Orianna push in. So
you would know this. What is it? What's that like anime saying? You make my Kokoro Doki Doki or something like that?
Something like that. There's that.
And it's
yeah.
like you make my heart go boom boom, something like that. Is that what that is? You would know better than me.
You mean what this Orianna is doing to Zyra?
No, I mean the name of the Zyra.
Doki? I think it's spelled differently.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe they meant to use it that way too. Wow, if she actually gets another QW, does Orianna have Thunderlords? If she has Thunderlords, then she can get QW and auto attack, and it'll kill Zyra. People really underestimate that burst from the Thunderlords, so they just don't pay attention to it. Oh, alright, it's really scary for this Zyra now. But she does have, she almost has teleport back up. So I think she's gonna wait for that, and probably teleport back to lane, or else she's gonna lose a lot of CS.
Yeah.
Oh, is a gank coming in? Not landing the stun.
Oh my goodness, she actually flashes in. Oh, the Shen ult, perfectly timed. What a play. Shen gets the taunt as well, with the plant still attacking. Forces the flash. Couldn't have gone any better for Team Jupiter.
Really good communication there. Zyra now gets to get the wave, and she has a teleport up. So she could look for a roam bot lane if the bot lane could get a deep ward. Otherwise, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, they don't have any super deep wards at any of the lanes, actually. So she just might TP back to lane and just get the CS.
Yeah. That's definitely something that needs to be preemptively discussed to get those deep wards like this. That's going to be part of your strategy. It's hard to just kind of have a deep ward down there. But if you can.
It's also a really big problem that no one on red team can duel the Shen. It's like, if the Vayne can't even duel the Shen later, it's just, that's going to be really big because you're going to spend 2 people to have to try to get that Shen. And yeah. And he could just TP into response too. And then like the other side of the map is just going to be like 5v3. Because you couldn't kill the Shen if he gets this huge, I mean.
Yeah, and honestly, a big part of it was just the fact that he was fighting those trades with the minions to back him up. And that's like over-aggression.
Not getting the stun off.
Now it's just freaking stompage. Female Jesus trying to live against the Vayne. This is something you do not want to have happen. Ultimate completely whiffed, unfortunately, by Chocoberry. That's not something we've seen from her. The Rose, JX Rose taking a lot of damage, but we'll be able to live. A bunch of Summoner's Bomb.
Definitely negating a ton of the damage. And, you know, they spent so much resources trying to make a play at bot lane, and like they got the bot lanes, the enemy bot lane summoner spells, but you know it's not really worth it in the end. Like they all of blue team's lanes can show so much aggression now. Like red team has to play super scared because they're going for an aggressive play here. They're like, I guess because they got. Actually, blue team's bot lane isn't even that low, so they're just trying to like duke this out without ultimates.
Yep, there's the TP. It's coming in from Shen. Can he find the flash taunt? Only finds one. And I don't think it's going to be enough. Here comes Braum. No ultimate to back it up. They're going to disengage. It's a lot burned for absolutely nothing. No sort of engage in the plant spawning in the wrong location, unfortunately. This is a good opportunity for Zyra, though. Look at that. Oh, walks into the trap. Jaina's going to get knocked up. They should be able to kill her. Follow that up onto the Vi potentially. She's got no flash. The E hitting nothing but a double kill from Zyra. Beautifully played with that Q. And the long distance ace in the hole is going to try and lock it up. But Vi will live with the sliver of health.
Really good. Blue team is just playing these team fights out perfectly.
Yeah, that
like
was
getting them all into the choke point and Zyra knowing when to use her ultimate. She's saving it and like adds so much pressure because they're like, can we push this up? Or if we all go in together, you know, like we're all just gonna get knocked up and we're gonna lose the fight anyway. So that's the thing about that little area around
as a
Dragon.
control mage, you know, Zyra very similar to something like a Lulu or an Orianna. It is, you know, obviously more aggressive, but she's also played as a support. She's also a control mage. And when you're put in a situation where you can have such a tiny area to just force that zone with, it's so powerful. Anything like an Anivia, an Orianna, a Karthus even, anything that can control space like that is just going to be so much stronger in that situation. Not to mention, Caitlyn put the traps there in that chokehold. It was just, you could put the Braum there with the shield to completely block any damage. Very, very good play.
Yeah, you usually won't win fights in narrow corridors against the Braum because Braum's just going to take all the damage. He's going to intercept all of them. Red team kind of saying that like you can have this dragon. Well, like, yeah, red team kind of saying you can have this dragon once they put themselves past the. Like, I understand that they were trying to like dance it out, but I think they like forgot about like how much zone control Zyra has, especially at that one choke point.
Yeah, and that's something that we've that I mentioned earlier on in this tournament is that a lot comes down to your team leader's understanding of your team, whoever's making the calls for your team, whoever's it's the understanding of your team and the opposing team, what your team is capable of, what their team is capable of, and kind of where they cross over, like a Venn diagram of like your good opportunities to fight and definitely not. Speaking of definitely not, Doki trying to make the outplay. The Shen ultimate comes in. Will it be enough? It will. The interruption is there from the Poppy, but it does not matter. Now it's Doki against the world. Here comes the Sejuani interrupting the Q. Beautifully done, but there is the ultimate. It's going to lock it up. Saruna wanting more of this. Has the slowdown. I do imagine that the Q is going to hit from the Vi. She does get over the wall, and there's female Jesus in trouble. Janna topping off that Vayne. The stun's going to come out. Not sure why JX Rose is still trying to chase down on it. They might be able to actually find a kill here, but Saruna gets her charge knocked up by the Howling Gale of the Janna. And now, even though Igro stopped that TP from the Shen, she's still in trouble against that tower. A lot of action.
Really good ultimate by the Janna there. Vi was trying to hold on to her ult for a little bit there. She's just like, okay, screw it. I'm just going to flash ultimate on this Zyra. Taking a lot of damage.
I'm surprised that Zyra was able to win that battle, considering that it was the Orianna flashed out of the Zyra ultimate.
Yeah.
Obviously, the damage from the Zyra ultimate goes down immediately. The knockup comes up after, a second after. But still, there you go.
It was worth a try. I mean, it was a good attempt to outplay. I really respect those plays. I go for some of those myself.
Yeah, that's why we're friends.
Yeah.
Because I always do
we're
that.
We're the playmakers.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you follow up on my. I'll say that much. So the Orianna actually going for a tier into the Luden's Echo, it looks like. Usually you see these days Oriannas go Athenes, especially after the changes, so that you could heal. Like, I think especially in this comp, since like Vayne is going to be the big boss in this this matchup, you should get the Athene, so like it heals. It's like super amazing for your Vayne. I would even get the Ardent sensor on Janna too.
It's not looking good for Vayne. Yeah. It's not looking good, considering that there's the 2 kills on Sejuani as well. Yeah. She's another frontline to deal with. And it's okay if Vayne gets some damage, but look, she's even going for a BF sword. She's not going for
Phantom Dancer, yeah, Phantom Dancer or Blade of the Ruin King. That's what we usually see on Vaynes these days.
Especially against a team that has Tanks.
Hmm.
I mean, the thing that Vayne can do against the Shen is very similar to the Poppy, is input buffer.
Yeah.
You can do that against the Shen very easily. It's very obvious where it's going to go. It's going to be here. A little bit of a miscommunication there.
Regrouping with the Poppy, so it's safe. It's good. Spotted the ward, but oh, okay, and they are going to clear it out. Looks like lanes are going to be back to standard. Everyone's going back to their lanes. Orianna just trying to push it out. Probably not going to make it.
Like, sorry, like, this is a pretty good game. I gotta say, like, these guys, like, for solo queue, like, it's pretty damn good. Not a lot of mistakes. Some good plays, good.
The rotations are actually really impressive from some of these teams.
Yeah, exactly.
They're cutting off enemy rotations, all that stuff like that, all that good stuff. I don't need, like, I'm so bad at that.
Very few mistakes.
I need to ask some of them to teach me some League of Legends after.
Yeah, maybe you'll get some one-on-one private lessons.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Ooh, Zyra getting the Thunderlords off. That's that burst that I like to see. Whiffing the ultimate from both of them, actually, but Orianna doesn't have teleport, so she has to back now. Zyra's going to get free damage. Zyra does have teleport, so she can look for a roam here, but she doesn't have her ultimate. That's a big thing. But she is on her Morello's Power Spike. She does have a lot of... She has Boots of Lucidity and Morello Namicon, so she has a lot of cooldown reduction. Her ultimate's like already quarter of the way charged. Yeah, so she might look for a roam here after she pushes out her lane. Shen does have his ultimate, I think. Yeah, Shen's ultimate is up. So they could definitely go super risky here. Didn't get the stun off. Janna still has her ult up. Getting some poke on this Braum's back right now.
The only thing that I've really seen be a problem from these teams is a little bit of over greediness. So you can see they're going to still go for this dragon, even though they've already blown the Sejuani ult. That's a huge blow to their comp. And I think they're still going to try and force it.
Red team doesn't have any wards, though. Looks like they're just going to be getting it for free. It is only the Cloud Dragon. I mean, it's debatable, but a lot of people think that this is like the weakest dragon. It will help with the rotations, though. I've seen blue team make some really strong rotations. Like probably the strongest. This team probably has the strongest rotation out of all the teams that I've seen today. So they probably will capitalize this Cloud Dragon, actually. Looks like no team is going to get the Rift Herald, though. I think it would be super important on the Shen.
Yeah,
if Shen gets this Rift Herald, nobody will be able to do it, not even the Vayne. Because Shen could just stay on his Shroud.
Yeah, not a single Rift Herald the entire tournament, unfortunately. Plays Vita
Orianna finishing the Luden's Echo now. So she does have a significantly higher burst. Zyra getting the blue buff. She was low on mana, so you won't have to go back quite yet. But I'm pretty sure this Zyra has like so much money right now.
Here we go. The engagement coming out from the Vine. Followed up. Janna trying to help as much as she can. Gonna go for the monsoon, and the camera's gonna change directions for some reason. Looks like they're going for a play top lane. That's gonna happen. So just a bunch of summoner spells burned once again. I was looking for that Janna play. I was looking for
Actually, since Sejuani revealed top lane, I think they actually could go for this dive still.
They've already gotten Dragon. It might not be worth it.
Yeah.
They could just try and siege the tower if they'd like, but either way. Get some deep vision.
Yeah. Laning phase still going on. It's probably because none of the towers have been taken yet.
That's what I'm telling, man. This has happened every single game. It's always like this.
Yeah, Shen can just keep looking to gauge just honestly whenever he wants. Poppy should not be autoing back. Just get the burst. The trade-off where you have the advantage, which is your stun into Q, and then just leave it at that.
Yeah, free trade.
Or maybe she's trying to like bluff. She's like, yeah, my jungler's here. That's why I'm fighting you right now.
It's not looking good for Poppy. It's not looking good for the rest of the game. Poppy,
So would you say Poppy, would you say red team should, since bot lane is a losing lane, since like the Vayne Caitlyn matchup, Caitlyn pushes in Vayne and they can't like really fight because Braum can disengage so well. Same with Caitlyn. Do you think that red team should do a lane swap even?
I think it's alright. I think because the dragon's gone, it's okay. I think also putting the Poppy in a situation where she can be more easily dove bottom bottom, like you could use the Shen ult to then TP to the 3v1 against the Poppy. I feel like she'll just be punished extremely hard. And you're also giving up entire dragon control.
Let's see. Even though Dragon is down right now, he's
Yeah.
okay.
Like, so if you put the Poppy bottom against a Caitlyn and a Braum, they would just TP into the Braum and dive.
Lots of damage. Waiting for the flash before this Sejuani ult. Great flash by Doki.
Yo, these girls are nuts, man. They're playing so well.
Perfect aggression, these games, honestly. Knowing exactly when they can fight, not being intimidated. Not even the Poppy is intimidated.
Yeah, she's winning in CS.
The Zyra is playing so well right now. Super fed, 4-1. Still didn't go back yet. Still on the same items that she had like 10 minutes ago. The Morello Namicon, the Boots of Lucidity, Amp Tome, and the Doran's Ring.
I think this is
Finally going back though.
This is going to be an interesting series. It's the best of 3, and I think it's going to be very interesting because these teams know that these games are going long. Obviously, the lane phases are going extremely long, and that's why I think they drafted for that protective Vayne type composition. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see 2 very late combos.
The long fight again. The one that Poppy does not win, but is going for still.
Yeah, I feel like she's just trying to do as much lasting damage as she can, but it's really not working.
Actually, the Poppy's out CSing Shen. I just realized that.
Yeah.
Maybe Shen doesn't notice that.
Up some CS. I think Shen's just trying to get these kills over and over and over again. Dragging up minute 30.
Well, Blue team did get the tower at bot lane, so and they can siege. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, Blue team can siege on the mid tower now because Caitlyn is like we all know Caitlyn is like the best AD carry to siege on these towers with. Yeah. Orianna could threaten to get like a huge ult off though if she just hovers it around the tower, like in front of them.
Vayne, they get a lot of CS bottom, and it's not bad because she's already sitting on that IE, and she's gotten.
Looks like she's going for the traditional AD carry.
Punished going for this build, you know what I mean? It takes a long time to get there, and if you're in a losing lane, going for this build is slow, it hurts, you can't fight. But because the lane phase has gone so long, she's in a pretty good spot.
Yep.
She's item for item with Caitlyn right now, and you know, coming out of lane with.
Actually, she's ahead in Caitlyn.
Yeah.
She just had that one kill.
Yeah, coming out with item and item. Oh, here we go, a big fight. Ultimate, not really connected. Gentleman comes out. Oh! That could have been a lot better than it was. But that's going to be 2-0 here. 2 kills in a row.
Nice.
Just like that, the game gets taken out of landing phase. We're now in the mid game.
That's that Vayne mid game power spike, baby.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She picked up those items.
She actually,
hella strong.
yeah, she actually almost let the Shen come in. I thought maybe she did it on purpose because they know that they could just kill Shen after he comes back in, and then just get the dragon even contested even less. But Shen does have a teleport up now. Same with Zyra. She comes up in 10 seconds. I don't know if they can kill the dragon that quickly.
I think they can. If this Vayne decides to fight, she might actually keep going. Got no ulti though. Backing up. Focus that dragon. I imagine Vayne is maxing for 3 for that build.
Yeah.
Level 9.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Looks like Blue team won't get the steal there, but they will get the top tower. Poppy came to join the party just in case, even though she has teleport, or to protect mid lane, and then just gonna go back and farm top. She's gonna have a lot of farm this game actually.
Is that
This
a Triforce fight? I think so.
Triforce 5? No, she's going for the Black Cleaver.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well. Oh, actually, wait. She just got the Sheen, so maybe you're right. She might actually go for the Triforce on Vi. It's very interesting. Mixing
That was the old Meteos build.
Yep.
The Brutalizer and the Triforce, and that bitch does tons of damage. I probably should have said that on the old female stream. But, you know what I'm saying? She does a lot of damage, like straight up. Like she will 100-0 you, and that is really good on this team. They don't need a whole lot more tankiness because they've got all that sustain from the shields and the Poppy, who's going to be building the whole thing. If this Vi, you know, can continue to play like she's playing.
Yeah, this Vi actually has the she looks like she has a lot of health. Actually, she hasn't like no resist. Ah, she has like a decent amount of magic resist, but it's for the off damage from blue team, I guess. Since yeah. Mhm.
Very aggressive, but I like it. I dig it. All right.
Ooh.
Control, not the best from either team.
Caitlyn actually has her rune on Hurricane now, so that's huge for just like fending off these waves. She's gonna farm like a beast now, like no one that can outfarm her. Now she's just gonna get her items so quickly. Actually, power spike for both of the AD carries. It just depends on how people play it out now. Like we said, red team should not be fighting in these corridors against blue team, even though red team does have Orianna, which is also another like control mage. Desire build.
Looks like she's going Rylai's.
Yeah, I think it would be. I think that's probably the best Zyra build that you could do, since her plant will just keep spitting at you. Even if you don't play against a lot of, like, as long as there's 1 or 2 tanks, your Leandra is going to be worth it.
So everyone's just so much damage.
Sejuani could engage here.
Everyone's got so much damage and such low resist that it's like any real catch is gonna just destroy somebody.
So much armor on the Poppy now, but maybe she doesn't know that. I think Shen does a little bit of magic damage. I think that's why she's taking so much, not being able to win these trades against the Shen.
This is pretty much how the last game went.
Yeah. Sejuani can engage really hard now that she has Dead Man's Plate. She just walks up and then she's going to already start popping flashes.
This is very similar to the last game went, except there's like this for like 25 minutes.
Actually, do you know if Sejuani's Q can do the thing where Gragas like E? You can? Okay. So yeah, so just queuing forward would probably like scare red team off to use their flashes. And like we've seen from the Sejuani before, she waits for the flashes to be used and then throws the ult out.
Yep. No unexpected here.
Yeah, it's a reaction to a reaction.
All right, I like the coin on the Janna as well. Very good pickup. Smart itemization.
Helps
by
that
these
Vayne. Like Vayne is just gonna go so fast.
I'm so impressed with this. Like this is like honestly probably one of the best players really in Toronto in terms of just even post good games in a long time, regardless of being so it's kind of got its own weird meta. I think it probably has some they are females because I feel like they play a slower game, less aggressive, more calculated, less like trying to go into 1v9.
Yeah.
It kind of makes it its own thing. Oh, a good ulti. Any follow-up?
Oh.
Great separation by Zyra. Two people are going to go deep.
No one's on.
Separate the fight. It's a great ulti. And the Vayne is just trying to teach again, but her range is too little.
Vayne just doesn't know who to attack, or like the team's.
It was such an awkward position. There's the ultimate. Vayne's trying to get out, but no, she's done. She's in a lot of trouble here. No shield protector. Does she have the E available? She's fighting the wrong way. She's gone into the base, really trying to make a play here. She's doing a great job so far. Actually, she might have this good life steal too, just from the mastery.
Really dangerous. I'm liking these ballsy plays.
Yeah, close.
It's just like all of blue team just mobbed up into that one spot, and Vayne just didn't know who to attack.
Well, the thing was, it was over that wall too, and she actually didn't really have range to hit anybody. Like she could have like attacked, the front line and tried, but.
Yeah, she just didn't know like Shen could have like be ready to taunt her again and then catch her right after, which leaving like their base open. They're already gonna get 1 tower off of this, yeah. But if they got the Vayne too, they probably would have gotten like, dare I say it, an inhibitor.
Vayne's gonna scale hard, man. She's gonna scale hard. It's just, is it gonna be harder than the Caitlyn? Because both of these mid laners are popping off. They're both playing really well. They're both doing a lot of damage. And
Looks like both teams are pinging to set up the dragon now. Getting that vision control. Yeah, it looks like Vayne with that recurve bow, I think, is going to go into a Blade of the Ruin King.
Yeah. The lifesteal, the kiting, she needs it.
And like against all those tanks, she definitely needs it. Yep. Ooh,
That's-
that's huge. Yeah, for this dragon fight, that's
We
scary.
do have a big wave pushing top lane as well. Caitlyn's there. She's going to recall. She should be around in time, I would say. But Orianna's going back now, so it's kind of sporadic. It's not really spread out the way. There's going to be a lot of bluffing here.
Well, I think blue team doesn't have any wards besides like directly on the dragon. They don't have any in the river, so they didn't even know that Orianna went back until she reveals herself top lane.
Yeah.
Orianna isn't bringing teleport though. She has barrier.
She doesn't have ulti, so in a way, this is kind of a calculated move.
Yeah.
With Poppy bottom, though, you might want to, have something Poppy top.
Looks like they're just gonna start this. Zyra can just melt the dragon. Ooh. I really hope red team isn't in that tilted mindset where they're just like sharing jungle camps together. They should what you should be doing, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you should ward the outskirts of your. It's like playing connect the dots with your outer towers. I feel like that's your safe zone. Where you could like rotate quickly back to a tower if you get caught or anything like that. Looks like they're gonna go for a siege right now. Caitlyn should be setting up the traps right in front of the tower, so it'd be harder for red team to defend.
This is a unique situation here, dealing with not only the Caitlyn traps, but also the Zyra plays. It is a minefield. This is going to delay a lot of time. It's going to growl in that base and allow for quite a bit of vision domination. Twisting. Orianna getting caught out.
Using the Zhonya's.
The knockup. Damage still comes out. Let's see if we can see a flank coming in from the chef. Love to see. Go around.
Zyra is missing her ult though, but same with the Vayne. I feel like Zyra's ult is more impactful in these team fights right now.
I just think with a good hit onto that Ori. She's so low.
Good block, good engage.
This is kind of awkward. Doki gets the shit kill on her. She's going to be okay. That should get the hell out of there. Janna's getting very low. Double disengage. Going to come out effectively. The Grom Q missing. The Orianna ultimate destroying, but it's not quite enough. Her target is still going to be the Poppy. She's so low. So it takes almost that trade. Comes to Sedwani once again, finds it, connects. JX Rose is the target of the tower. Sorry, they're both will live. Now it's Doki. And they might be able to take this tower down as well. Vayne, again, not able to hit anybody.
There's just so many threats from blue team, like, so there's not a lot of opportunities for red team's carries to do damage. Like, they don't know if Shen is going to like flash taunt or something like that, or just Sejuani to engage. Whereas on red team, it's like predictable. You know, like you see Vi charging up her Q, that means let's like space out.
I almost feel like something like Jinx might have been better.
For which team? Red team. Yeah.
Someone with just a little bit more range, but it's hard to.
Caitlyn also was doing like amazing damage. I'm seeing red team's tanks go on like Zyra 1 by 1, and then Caitlyn's just doing so much damage. And they're like, it's really hard for red team to follow up unless, their tanks are just like cutting. Like you're not allowed to like do damage. Your tank is gonna go in. We're gonna shred them up, and then we're gonna engage on you because we have better engage on blue team than you guys do.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Caitlyn has 3 attacks coming out from ultra long range on front line, whereas the Vayne isn't really able to put out any from very short range.
It looks like Vayne's actually going to stop getting the Bladed Rune King and go straight for the Dominic's regards. I think that's the correct decision here.
This is a tough place to be in for a Vayne. Definitely, you know, kind of having your confidence checked. Even if you get these items, like it doesn't really mean that you're gonna be able to play this team fight much better.
Oh, really cutting off those choke points for blue team right now. It's so dangerous for red team to check this. One person gets caught.
Comes out late from the Poppy.
Not a lot of opportunities for
Ooh,
big shockwave.
Unfortunately, the damage is doing enough to split it up. Here comes the Vi. Remember, she's pretty squishy. Caitlyn's just wrecking that phase. Igro trying to find
Vayne's just not doing any damage right now.
Yeah, just getting kited and kited and kited. Vayne really needs to fight with her team. Confidence in those shields and that protection can help her and allow her to go a little bit deep. I think that's really the only option they have. Otherwise, it's just coming down to composition, I'd say.
Just
Hard split.
hard, yeah. I think Vi was a really risky pick. If you were ahead, that she could do so much damage and assassinate people. Maybe red team should like look for picks in a bush or something like that with the Vi. But like since she went like half damage, so she gets shredded so easily. Like once she goes in, she's gonna get her W off once. You know,
she's
it's
like
not.
a 1 button.
Yeah. Blue team's responding really well to the dives that red team could potentially have, and it's like not like I don't know. It's just like not good follow up on red team's side, to be honest. And it's not like anyone on their team can. It's not like anyone on red team's team can split versus anyone on their team. And even if they do split, and even if they do get a win a 1v1, then Shen's just going to ultimate, you know? Dragon coming up in 1 minute. Looks like both teams are trying to
I think
get vision control here.
Vayne has gone towards that Duskblade.
That's not Duskblade. That's Guinsoo's Rage Blade. Oh, baby. That's what I like to see.
What? I didn't realize they
Every
could
other
damage
basic
it.
attack will trigger the effects in additional time. But for ranged champions, it'll happen every third
Rather, yeah.
or fourth. It just happens 2 times less often for Vayne. But, you know, it'll proc her W more often.
Okay.
Um,
I feel like it's a range issue. Like maybe like a, I don't know. I feel like she needs like a bloodthirster or something to like give her a little bit more beef. Holy,
Oh,
what
there's-
an ultimate! Sejuani just completely demolishing that team by herself, zoning them up completely. This Vi is gonna go down in a second. Look at the blue team recollapse like that. Boom, we'll see you later.
oh, they got the stun on.
Ooh, a huge knockup. Orianna ulti.
Huge Orianna ulti.
Definitely a lot of damage comes out. Then the Zyra splits it up again. Another knockup coming from the Poppy. Vayne finally doing damage, but she's just getting CC'd and CC'd and CC'd. Vayne, can you do enough damage? Choco Berry really trying to help split. She needs like a static shiv or something. She needs the AoE. Oh, doesn't get the disengage off. Oh my god, the shield
The
comes
shield,
out.
amazing.
Hello?
That's that Guinsoo's Rage Blade Vayne. It paid off. It was a really risky play there. You know, like, man, she just got her W off so many times. It was Vayne's golden opportunity to finally do damage here. And, like,
It was a split up enough fight that, you know, that they didn't have the Sejuani ultimate followed up right away by the Shen.
Zyra
They
used-
did, but it was split up, and Vayne was able to use the shields and utilize the cooldowns of her team to finally be able to put out some damage, coupled with that itemization, like you said, in this game is now back.
ooh, they got it's that point in the game where they can get so much off of one fight. Honestly, I say the fight after this, the fight after this is going to be the game winner.
Decider, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now is Red Team's golden opportunity to get vision control anywhere they want.
Yeah, I would definitely say place it through the jungle towards the Baron.
Or the Dragon, actually. Does Elder
Or,
Dragon
sorry,
up? Yeah. Baron isn't up right now. Vayne is super strong. She probably has a lot of gold right now. I think she picked up a kill or two there. I think she should go for the...
Man, I would pot up right now. I would pot
You'd
up
buy
right now.
pots?
Yeah, I'd red pot.
Oh, red pot.
Because she doesn't have a lot of lifesteal, right?
Very interesting. Looks like, are they just going to give this up for free?
Guardian.
They do have wards in there, and they're not responding to it. Vayne's going to get that red buff. It does take a long time to kill Elder Dragon, though. Let's see if...
But that is a very strong
Ooh.
Caitlyn. Here we go, in that choke point. Once again, we saw this earlier. The Poppy ult is going to miss. The Braum with the knockup, only hitting one, but that's who they want. Here comes the Vi. She's a little bit tankier now. She picked up some items.
Vayne doesn't know which way to go from the side.
Vayne doesn't know what to do, and that's going to be just a disengage.
Oh, are we going to see that 1v5 Vayne that you're talking about?
Yo,
We're going to see that 1v5 Vayne. Let's go.
of a Vayne.
Let's go double lift.
The mind of a Vayne. He might actually just go push mid to release some pressure. Not a bad play. He's going to base instead. I would have definitely...
I think she could have pulled up a Tracer here and just like messed with their team a little bit.
For sure.
Like change their focus up. Yeah.
But
she doesn't
Blue
push.
team's going to base off that. They're not going to get any vision control or anything like that. So really, it's just the Dragon. It's okay. Never mind. They are going to go for some vision control. That's definitely what they need to do.
And they
in
did
this
get a
situation.
Stone Dragon here, so they can just melt towers down like super quickly.
Yeah.
But I mean they could slowly get a tower too. Maybe push for an inhibitor with this other dragon buff. But I
Yeah,
think
they're
after
split right
it
now,
still all depends on this
They're
one
split
fight.
Right now. Poppy's up in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Here's some cards, no TP. Or nothing to TP too. But they're hella split.
Just so tanky on blue team side. If once this Vayne is able to shred the tanks, well, she is starting to shred the tanks. So, you know, it's starting to like these fights are looking closer and closer right now. It's her golden time right now. And
QSS.
Caitlyn is kind of scaling off because red team's tanks are finally stacking like a lot of armor. Is that a ZZ Rot that this Vi is looking to build right now?
I think it's GA.
It's GA. Oh, right. So she's gonna go for the dive probably, and then you know try to like disrupt the team or like make them nervous while she's like respawning with the GA or something like that. Caitlyn at 5 items right now, going to get the static. No, she's gonna probably get the rapid fire. It's super valuable on Caitlyn because she already has amazing range.
Especially with the
yeah.
It helps with the hurricane as well. You know what I mean? Like just
I've actually seen in some team fights she has her headshot up with the rapid fire like charge ready, she just lands one shot on
Yeah.
on Orianna or Vayne. That they're taken out of the fight.
Oh,
Stun on the
QSS.
Vayne. Use the
E
QSS.
comes out, though,
Still slowed.
There's the Janna. She's got time. She's got the coin. That's great. Poppy
Oh.
finds it onto the Shen.
Did not think that Poppy ult was necessary, but
Yeah, I mean, Poppy.
but Kaylin and Sejuani don't have their ultimates for this fight. This is red team's golden time to fight this. They don't have Elder Dragon here anymore either.
Yeah, and they don't have a lot to worry about otherwise, other than mid. This is a time to fight. This is the time to throw down in the mid lane. The E is blocked by the Banshee.
Huge
shield.
ultimate.
Here it goes. There's the ultimate from Bronx. The ultimate from Zyra going to do a great job to knock everyone up. Vayne putting in the damage. Kaylin putting in the damage. It's the Hurricane versus the single target. Is it going to be enough? Vayne has no QSS, but the shield comes out. And she's still life-stealing. She's trying to put out what she can. She's fighting that Shen still. Kiting, we've seen this once before. Is it going to be enough? They're chasing him. I think they have the kill onto the Shen. One more tumble should do it. And the flash.
Finally using the flash.
Isolated. Oh, she's going for the plate. Can she do it? The
Oh.
Bronx Q lands. Orianna's not there. Back to team up. Puts the shield onto the Janna, not the Vayne. And that, I believe, is going to be it. I think the first game's going to be going over to Team Jupiter.
The thing that happened there in that fight was red team got a really good engage, but Zyra can just ult and like those 2 seconds while it's like down, no, everyone on red team is like scared to fight. They're like, I don't want to step on these vines, you know, I'm just gonna get blown up afterwards. They're gonna switch target to me after I get knocked up in the air. So I just had to like let whoever's in there right now, all of my tanks, whoever's in there, they're just gonna get melted.
That was very close. That was a very, very close fight. It could have been, could have gone either way. I gotta say, if that Orianna ult had been held a little bit later, it's kind of hard to say if you can hold on a little bit later, or hold on to it for a little bit longer in a fight like that. You kind of just want to get it out at the right time.